Hello everyone, Nick from Yu-Gi-Oh! Maddy with my new Black Rose Dragon deck profile. I've been working on this now for a while when I've had the chance. I've been busy at work, so I've not been able to upload much, but I will get to a regular routine soon, but I will. But just because I haven't uploaded in a while does not mean I've stopped or anyway. It just depends on my schedule because it's topsy-turvy at the moment. So yeah, this is my new Black Rose Dragon deck profile. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's start the deck profile. Okay, starting us off, 3 copies of the White Rose Dragon. This card is absolutely fantastic, definitely a 3 of. Basically, if you control a plant tuner, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you normal summon it, you can special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your hand or graveyard. 2 copies of the Red Rose Dragon. This card is okay. It hasn't got no special summoning features, which I think is a shame. But if you use it for a synchro material, then you get special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your hand or deck, which is definitely a plus. Which I think is very good, because for example, if you tune Red Rose Dragon and White Rose Dragon together, they get Black Rose Dragon, then you get to special summon another Rose Dragon from your deck, and then synchro summon again apart from itself. So ideally you want to go with Rox Rose Dragon, which I've gone with 2 copies of, because when she's summoned, she gets to add any card with Black Rose Dragon in the card text from your deck to your hand, so you can go for another Red Rose Dragon or Basil Rose Shoot. Ideally you want to go with Basil Rose Shoot, but then you'll have a Black Rose Dragon and a Rox Rose Dragon level 10 synchro summon for Ruddy Rose Dragon. Going with 2 copies of Ruddy Rose Witch. I absolutely love this card. Basically, if you summon this card, you tribute it, and then you get to add Witch of the Black Rose from your deck to your hand, and then add a level 3 or below plant monster from your deck and place it on the top, and then after that you automatically summon out Witch of the Black Rose as well, which I'll put 2 copies for as well, and then you get to draw the top card from your deck, and then if it's a monster you get to add that card to your hand. If not, it gets sent to graveyard, and Witch of the Black Rose gets destroyed. And I've gone with 2 copies of Twilight Rose Knight. Nice searchable monster as it's a warrior, but when you summon it to the field, you get special summon a plant monster from your hand, and it's a level 3 tuner as well. Now, in terms of the plant monsters, I've gone for a sort of sub-genre archetype. I've gone with the Pleather Plant theme, so I've gone with 3 copies of Off with Scorpio. So basically, when it's summoned, you get a special summon another one by sending a monster from your hand to the graveyard. 3 copies of Clammy Dosenju, which is basically the polymerization of the archetype. Gone with 2 copies of Predator Plant Zerassinian. This card is basically like a hand trap, so if your opponent attacks you directly, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then if they continue the attack, then both this card and the attacking monster are both destroyed by a card effect, and then when this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to search for any Predator Plant card from your deck to your hand. And I've gone with 1 copy of Predator Plant Banks Yoga. This card is actually a level 6 tuner monster, so if you control Banks Yoga, you can special summon out White Rose Dragon from your hand, and you get instant Ruddy Rose Dragon as well, which I think is really handy to have. So these are all the monsters that I will be using in this deck profile. I'm just going on to the spell cards now. Okay, starting us off, 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. All the monsters in this archetype are dark type, so draw power is necessary. 3 copies of Super Polymerization. More than likely, every time I've played with this deck, I've always drawn this card, so 3 of has been fantastic. And it's also it's also searchable with 2 cards in the extra deck as well, which I think is fantastic. But yeah, most times I've always used this card. 1 copy of Monster Reborn to bring back a monster from the graveyard. 1 copy of Black Garden, so I can use the tokens on the field, get more tokens on the field, and then use them for fusion material if I wanted to. 3 copies of Basil Rose Shoot. Basically, this is the Monster Reborn for the Black Rose Dragon archetype, and it's a quick play spell, but you get to summon it to the field in defense position, which is not bad if you use it on your opponent's turn. But with the Red Rose Dragon and White Rose Dragon, when you synchro summon for Black Rose, you get special summon Rox Rose from the deck for the Red Dragon, search for this card, and then tune it for level 10 Ruddy Rose, and then place this card face down, because it has another effect that if it's destroyed, you get to instantly special summon any Rose Dragon monster from your graveyard without worrying about its position. So whereas if you play it straight away, you've got to play it in defense position. 1 copy for 1, basically just to search for Ruddy Rose Witch. 1 copy of Foolish Burial, just to send the Red Rose Dragon to the graveyard if you wanted to. And originally Rose Lover, but Rose Lover I put aside in the side deck for now. 1 copy of Called by the Grave to stop the hand traps. 1 copy of Reinforcements of the Army, just to get your Twilight Rose Knight out. And finally, I've gone with 3 copies of Predator Practice. I absolutely love this card because you can special summon a Predator Plant monster from your hand, and then you get to search for any Predator Plant monster from your deck to your hand. However, if you do use this, you can only use fusion monsters for the rest of the turn. So, but it's only after you've activated this card. So if you decide to summon Ruddy Rose first, and all your synchro plays if you wanted to, then play Predator Practice, then you can go into the fusion plays afterwards. Or if you decide you don't want to go for Predator Practice, you can go for a double summon if you wish, or any other cards you can put in the main deck if you wanted to. Or if you've got the card, you can just go for the Red Ice Fusion play, but I didn't fancy like doing it this time. And this is the main deck. I'm going on to the extra deck now. 2 copies of Ruddy Rose Dragon. Absolutely love this card. Its ability is absolutely top notch. The only thing I'm not too keen about is its banishing ability, which is not very good on the first turn because basically you're just losing all your cards what you've used to summon it. But overall, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with this card. I absolutely love the artwork. So basically the effect is that if your opponent would destroy a card on your field, you can send this card to the graveyard to negate that card, destroy it, and then special summon Black Rose Dragon. And if you use a synchro plant monster to summon it, or Black Rose Dragon, then you get the same effect as Black Rose Dragon, blows everything up on the field. Absolutely insane card, absolutely love it. Going with the original Black Rose Dragon, 2 copies as well. This is the main monster of the deck, so you have to have this card in the deck. Going with 1 copy of Garden Rose Flora. Nice synchro tuner. And basically what happens is if you control a field spell like Black Garden, then basically you can destroy that token. Basically you can destroy that field spell, and then you get a token that's level 2, and you can literally do it for level 7, and it has the Axel Synchro effect as well, which is quite nice. Gone with the Garden Rose Maiden, just to absolutely love this card as well. Basically, if this card is in your graveyard, you get to banish it, special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your graveyard, and also it makes a nice combo with Garden Rose Flora as well, because 5 and 5 makes an instant Ruddy Dragon, and then you get the ability to blow everything up on the field as well. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend and the Borlo Savage Dragon I've gone with as well. 2 copies of Crossroads Dragon. This card I absolutely love. Basically it requires 2 monsters with different types. So you've got the warriors, you've got the plants, and you've got the dragons. So this monster is very easy to summon as well. And basically it lets you synchro summon any Rose Dragon monster during your opponent's turn. If you basically if you control a plant monster and this monster, and it's your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card and that plant monster to synchro summon any Rose Dragon. So it's an instant Ruddy Rose Dragon or an instant Black Rose Dragon. And also it has a very nice ability that if one of your monsters get destroyed, you can banish it from the graveyard to special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your graveyard as well, which I think is fantastic. So I've probably put 2 copies. I didn't want to put 3. I think 3 was too much, but 2 is absolutely fine. I have gone with 1 copy of Predator Plant Verti Anaconda, going with the Predator Plant monsters. Ideally, I only use this card for the Super Polymerization play, which this deck can pull off very well indeed. Other than that, I didn't really want to feel like going with the Red Ice Fusion play, but if you guys want to do that, that's absolutely up to you. Then going for the Fusion play, I've gone with 1 copy of Starving Venom. Very generic dark monster, 2 monsters required, that's it. I've gone with 1 copy of Predator Plant Chimera Rafflesia. So basically, because of the Predator Plant theme as well, and it only requires a dark monster as well. So another super polymerization target, and has a fantastic ability where if it's in the graveyard, you get a search for any fusion card, so it searches for super polymerization on the next turn. And it has a even better ability that banishes any monster that's got a lower level than itself, and gains 1,000 attack points when it attacks, and decreases the opponent's monster's attack points by 1,000. And finally, 2 copies of Trifiovatum, because it's very easy to summon out 3 dark monsters on your with this deck, and take your opponent's monsters as well with the super polymerization play. I didn't fancy going with 3 copies, because if your opponent has a Predator counter with Banks Yoga, then basically you get special summon this card back from your graveyard. But ideally, you just want to clear your opponent's field with this card, as is the main reason. But This deck's very capable of summoning this version, summoning it out on its own without using super polymerization. And that's the extra deck. I'm just going to show you the side deck quickly. Mostly hand traps, 3 copies of Ash Blossom for obvious reasons, just stop your opponent from getting the cards they need. 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler works much more better than Infinite Impermanence in this deck profile because it makes good discard fodder as well for Offer Scorpio if needed, and sometimes with Infinite Impermanence, sometimes you play it face down, and if you play it, and if you do play it face down, then Witch of the Black Rose's effect becomes absolutely useless. I went with 3 copies of the brand new Dark Honest. Absolutely fantastic. They've made this card real now. The whole deck profile is dark themed, so this card, in terms of defensive purposes, is absolutely insane. 3 copies of each one, definitely. The deck doesn't really have any cards that protects you from your opponent's battle, so Dark Honest is definitely a 3 of in the side deck if you guys can use it. Gone with 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, just in case your opponent has an unbreakable board and you don't get super polymerization. And I've gone with 1 copy of World Catweight Champion, Rose Lover, and Darlingtonian Cobra. Now I know I think why is Darlingtonian Cobra in the side deck, not in the main deck? I don't know why, but I have the unluckiest ability to keep drawing him first, and I can't use his ability. So that's the only reason why it's in the side deck. If I would go with more copies of Rose Lover personally, but I just haven't got the space. So, but Rose Lover is a fantastic card for this deck because if it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish it and especially summon a plant monster from your hand, therefore pushing your combos a bit further. And World Catweight Champion is just constantly recyclable just by sending a plant monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. So a combo with World Catweight Champion and Rose Lover is absolutely fantastic to have. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more deck profiles. I will get into a routine sooner, but unfortunately I only get 2 days off a week and I'm working 6 days at the moment because of low staff shortages. That's why I haven't uploaded yet. Working in retail can take up most of your time. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of the deck profile. What you would change with the deck profile and what other combos you could do. If you're happy with it, hopefully it will come up. Hopefully you've given you some better ideas, and hopefully you appreciate that I didn't use all the original expensive cards like Triple Tactic Talents or Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I just felt like I needed to go outside those main combos. I hope you guys would appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.